What is up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a lovely day. If you guys are as excited about GTA 6 as I am, please like the video, and if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome as well. I cover GTA 6 here, and I also live stream other games while we wait for GTA 6. So if you guys are into that kind of things, if you guys love gaming as much as I do or GTA 6, please stick around. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about all the patents, and I did make a video previously about this, going over all the confirmed patents that are going to be in the game, but I kind of wanted to I wanted to flesh out all of the videos I made previously and also give a personal kind of take where I give my thoughts and opinions on the patents as well instead of just talking about them. Anyways, so before we get started, let's just talk about when these patents were filed. A lot of these patents were actually filed in 2019, which means that, these things were actually set in motion before the game even started production. And the reason is because Rockstar wanted to create the most immersive video game I think any of us has ever seen. And I think they're going to do that, especially once we kind of start covering these patents. So let's start off with the first one, which covers NPCs, more specifically making them extremely intelligent and not just reacting to basic codes and programs. The AI that the NPCs will have, it'll give them more autonomy than any other NPC I think we've ever seen in the game, because they're going to have the ability to react to contextual and spatial settings, which means that if anything happens around them, they're going to react to it almost like a real person. They don't have programs that tell them exactly what to do. They're going to be able to kind of make their own decisions based on this patent, which sounds insane. They're not going to react on the if-then logic that they've always had, where it's like they just react. They're going to literally think and remember what's going on or why this happens, which is insane, and it's going to definitely add a lot of variety to what you can do and what kind of crazy stuff you can do to the NPCs, which is going to be wild to actually see. This is the same for law enforcement. They're going to also be very strategic when they go after you. They're going to calculate optimal interception points, set up blockades according to where they think you're going to go, or just block off certain areas that you're within. They're going to coordinate, and it's not just going to be like an invisible wanted level kind of thing where you just have it. They're actually going to be searching for you and going after your license plates, how you look like, what you're dressed as. So you're probably going to have to switch things out or get different plates and switch your outfit, or maybe have a spare outfit that you can switch into. I can definitely see them doing that. This is also going to affect dynamic world engagement, which basically it's designed to divide. It blurs the lines between the player and the AI, which means that you'll see random things happening with the AI and them doing things that we've never really seen in a game before. I don't know, maybe randomly wanting to fight you or rob you or attacking other NPCs, or maybe you'll see cop chases and cop fights with random NPCs that you would expect to only see from a player. It's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. The next up is adaptive animations. So this basically is described as data-driven movement building, and it is a system that introduces a new approach using modular data-driven animation blending rather than a large library of preset animations. So that means that characters will be able to adapt their movements contextually and on the fly. So you're going to feel like Jason or Lucia is literally alive when you're playing as them, which means that if you get shot with a bullet or you get run over or somebody hits you, your character will adjust and move according to what happened. And it's going to be completely dynamic, which is insane to even think about and talk about, because that just sounds like a game from 10 years in the future, which is usually what Rockstar does anyways. They're going to have human-like reactivity. So the animations are designed to feel human, reactive, and unpredictable, and completely in sync with the world, which is what I just mentioned. There's also environmental adaptation. So if characters are running up a hill or through water, shallow water or mud or something like that, you're going to see how it affects the animations. And like I said, it's all dynamic, so it's not pre-programmed. It's just going to be on the fly, which is crazy. There's going to be situational nuance, so movement will subtly change based on how you approach or what angle you approach things from. If your character is tired, injured, weapons reloading will also be different based on the situation of your character. So if you're standing still or walking, or you're being shot at, or if you're hurt, that will also alter the animations, which is mind-boggling. It's just insane to what level Rockstar is going to make their games feel realistic and lifelike. It is something truly unbelievable, and I don't think we're going to see a game like this for at least 10 years after GTA 6 comes out, if I'm being honest. You also have visually reflecting character state, so that is a system that supports context-based injuries, allowing animations to reflect pain, favor one side of the body, alter your posture, and add a level of detail add a level of detail that is rarely seen in video games, which is what I've talked about. We will literally never see this again after GTA 6. This is some insane technology, some revolutionary changes that are being made. It is truly unreal. There's a leaked inventory system that we talked about as well, like trauma kits, and that will help with the system in regards to healing the player as well. Next up is seamless multiplayer. So this is a really big one, really kind of mind-boggling as well, kind of like everything else. So there's going to be a background session management system, and this patent essentially focuses on managing multiplayer sessions efficiently in the background. So this is going to minimize interruptions to the gameplay, meaning you won't really be able to tell if you're in a new session or not. The game will just kind of refresh and put you into different sessions depending on what is going on with your Wi-Fi, which means that you can kind of like, you'll basically be able to have a smooth multiplayer experience regardless of how good or bad your Wi-Fi is, which is good to know. There's going to be a frictionless online experience which allows players to move in and out of multiplayer seamlessly. So like if you want to switch lobbies or switch sessions, it'll probably be like, you won't even be able to tell. You'll probably just be in your lobby and your friend is like, yo, want to get on? And then you just seamlessly switch to their lobby. And it's like you're in the same game, you're in the same lobby. That's how it's going to feel like. And it's going to eliminate the idea of lobbies, of loading screens and like a menu of your friends together before you actually start an activity, which I'm really curious how they're going to implement in the game, and if it will be confusing or not, because I mean, it just sounds like something I've never experienced in a game. So they're also embracing the role-playing community because they acquired 5M and RedM, so we're going to see a lot of role-playing in the sandbox itself, not just within the community. So the actual online itself is being built with the role-playing elements and leveraging infrastructure that is powered by the complex modded multiplayer environments that we've seen in those mods on PC, but that's going to be in the game itself at this point, which means they'll probably be modding before the game even comes out on PC, which is very cool, and I love that Rockstar is embracing that. There's also advanced real-time rendering, which makes sense, because the game needs really good rendering to make everything work. I mean, this is just insane systems at play that need strong rendering, and I'm glad that Rockstar has a patent for this as well. It is a performance-optimized detail rendering system, and this technical patent addresses how the game engine renders a highly detailed, reactive world without sacrificing performance, which is exactly what I just mentioned. There is a contextual asset prioritization, and it outlines a smarter prioritization of graphical assets based on player perspective, scene complexity, and activity levels, ensuring high performance in complex scenes. And basically, just in layman's terms, this means that the game will make things look really good that are around you and make things that are far away from you look shittier so that the things closer to you will look better. I hope that explains it. So there's going to be an absurd level of environmental density as well, which is the reason that this rendering system is even being used. And this system is going to enable incredibly detailed visuals as in-game elements, such as raccoons rummaging through dumpsters, trash on sidewalks, glistening condensations on bottles, and sloshing liquids like we've seen in the trailer, like in the beer cans and stuff. And this is all to reinforce believability. So by making every environmental element behave realistically, Rockstar is creating a system that helps the player's brain buy into the greater illusion that's leading to an overall more immersive experience where they forget that they're even playing a video game. And this is what that patent does. It basically ties all these systems together to create this like hyper super realistic video game environment. And next up, we have the smarter aquatic navigation patent, and this affects NPC behavior in water. So this patent introduces a smarter way for NPCs to navigate aquatic spaces, functioning as a traffic system for boats, swimmers, and divers, which is really interesting. I actually didn't cover that in my previous videos. So it's really cool to see that there's a whole water system now in regards to like boats and people just being in the water. There's a whole system for that. There's realistic water-based movements where NPCs will plot realistic routes, considering water depth, obstacles, and environmental layout, leading to more believable behavior for waterbound entities compared to GTA 5. Sounds very interesting, and I'm very curious to see how it's all going to play out. There's also, this is one of my favorites actually, this is crazy. So this is a realistic fluid simulation patent. So this causes reactive fluid visualization. This patent dictates how fluids like sweat, splashes, puddles, and blood and runoff behavior are rendered in a realistic and reactive way. So this is going to basically affect how water exists in the game, not only in the ocean, but on you, and all of it will be dynamic, meaning that sweat, blood, and all of that kind of thing are going to be a dynamic thing in the game, which will just exist. So like if you get shot, you'll literally bleed from that area, or if you're sweating, you know, your clothes will get sweaty, and you know, it's just all the realistic fluid systems. That's what this patent covers. And these patents really work together to create probably the most realistic game we're ever going to see. These patents underscore that GTA 6 is not just an upgrade, it is a systematic rebuild, representing the biggest leap that Rockstar has ever taken in game development, which is something we are all already expecting. It is setting a new industry standard that this probably won't get beaten for at least 10 years, maybe 15 years. So I just want you guys to realize that this game, because of all these patents, will probably have nothing that will surpass it for the next decade, which is insane and sad. But at the end of the day, I guess there always has to be an apex predator, even in video games, right? And I guess in this case, it's going to be GTA 6. All right, guys, that is all the major patents that really interested me and really kind of blew my mind that I felt I should kind of gloss over again and kind of talk about, give my thoughts on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see more videos like this, or you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them down below. I would also appreciate it if you subscribe. And like I said earlier in the video, I also stream on this channel between 11:30 to 12 a.m. Eastern times. If you guys want to stop by, check out me playing different games, I'd love to see you there. Take care, everybody.